Why do so many people crave attention? Why do they go to extreme lengths just to be seen, to be noticed, to feel important? The truth is, the more you chase attention, the more power you give away. Think about it. How many times have you seen someone trying too hard to impress others, only to come off as desperate? How often do people mold themselves into something they're not, just to gain approval from a world that doesn't even care? The need for attention is a silent trap. It disguises itself as confidence when in reality, it's insecurity screaming for validation. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize they're trapped. They seek attention in different ways. Some chase likes and comments. Some exaggerate their achievements. Some play the victim. And others put on a show just to fit in. But here's a question. If you had to constantly beg for attention, was it ever truly yours to begin with? Seeking validation from others is like drinking salt water. It never satisfies. The more you get, the more you need. And before you know it, you're no longer living for yourself, but for the approval of strangers. You become a puppet, controlled by the opinions of those who wouldn't even notice if you disappeared. Now think about this. Who are you without the attention? If nobody was watching, would you still do what you do? Would you still dress the same, act the same, talk the same? Or have you built an identity based on what others expect? These are the questions most people avoid because they're uncomfortable. But winners, true winners, don't chase attention. They command respect. They don't beg to be noticed. They become so valuable that attention finds them. So, are you in control of your actions, or are you unknowingly trapped in the cycle of seeking validation? It's time to break free. The many faces of attention-seeking. Attention-seeking doesn't always look obvious. Some people crave the spotlight, making sure they're always at the center of every conversation. Others do it more subtly, dropping hints about their struggles, exaggerating their successes, or fishing for compliments. But here's the thing. Whether loud or quiet, all attention-seeking stems from the same source. An internal void that people try to fill with external validation. Have you ever met someone who constantly brags about their achievements, yet deep down, they seem insecure? Or someone who always plays the victim, making sure others feel sorry for them? What about those who create unnecessary drama just to stay relevant? These are all symptoms of the same problem, a craving for attention that masks deeper insecurities. Some people seek attention through success, always making sure everyone knows how well they're doing. Others seek it through struggle, ensuring that their problems are always front and center. Some use humor, constantly cracking jokes to remain in the spotlight. Others use anger, picking fights just to get a reaction. The methods may differ, but the motive is the same: validation. But here's the real question. If no one was watching, would they still act the same way? The hidden costs of seeking attention. What does constantly chasing attention do to your life? First, it robs you of authenticity. When you shape your actions around what will get the most approval, you lose touch with who you truly are. You start making decisions based on how others will react, rather than what actually benefits you. Second, it destroys your peace of mind. Living for validation means living on an emotional roller coaster. One moment, you're up because people notice you. The next moment, you're down because they don't. You become addicted to external reactions, needing a constant supply of approval to feel good about yourself. Third, it weakens your relationships. People can sense when someone is desperate for approval, and it's not attractive. Nobody respects someone who constantly needs reassurance. At first, they may give you attention, but over time, they'll see through the act and distance themselves. But ask yourself, is it really worth it? Is temporary attention worth sacrificing your self-respect? Many people live their entire lives as performers, putting on a show just to be noticed. But what happens when the audience leaves? What happens when people stop clapping? That's when reality hits. The validation was never real, and neither was the person they pretended to be. Attention-seeking kills productivity. Ask yourself, how much time have you wasted trying to impress others? How many hours have you spent crafting the perfect post, rehearsing what to say to sound smart, or worrying about what people think? The people who achieve real success don't waste time seeking validation. They focus on their craft. While others are busy fishing for compliments, they're busy building their empire. While others crave the spotlight, they create something that shines on its own. Think about the most successful people in the world. Do they beg for attention? They become so good at what they do that attention finds them. They don't waste time worrying about whether people approve of them, because they're too busy working on their goals. Every minute you spend seeking validation is a minute stolen from your growth. Instead of posting about success, build real success. Instead of trying to be liked, become someone worth respecting. Instead of begging for attention, become so valuable that people can't ignore you. So, what's stealing your focus? Are you addicted to approval, or are you addicted to progress? The psychological trap of seeking attention. The need for validation isn't just a bad habit. It's a psychological trap. Social media has made it worse, training people to seek likes, comments, and shares like a reward system. But the real danger? It rewires your brain to depend on external approval. Your mind starts associating self-worth with attention. The more you get, the better you feel. The less you get, the worse you feel. And just like that, you become a slave to other people's opinions. Think about this. If you stopped getting attention today, would you still feel valuable? If the answer is no, then your confidence isn't real. It's borrowed. Living for attention means living on borrowed confidence. It means your self-esteem isn't in your control. It's in the hands of strangers. And that's dangerous. Do you really want your happiness to depend on the approval of others? True confidence comes from within. It's unshakable. It doesn't rise and fall based on likes or validation. And until you build that kind of confidence, you will always be controlled by other people's opinions. How to break free from the need for attention. So how do you stop craving attention? First, focus on mastery, not approval. Winners don't waste time begging to be noticed. They spend time getting better. The more skilled and valuable you become, the more attention naturally follows. Second, learn to validate yourself. Instead of waiting for people to tell you you're great, tell yourself. Instead of seeking approval, build confidence through action. When you know your worth, you stop needing others to remind you. Third, be selective with your energy. Not everyone deserves your presence. Stop trying to impress people who wouldn't care if you failed. Focus on those who genuinely support you, and cut off those who only pay attention when it benefits them. Fourth, detach from social validation. Stop checking for approval. Stop looking for reactions. Stop worrying about what people think. The less you care about their validation, the freer you become. Now ask yourself, do you want to be remembered as someone who chased attention, or as someone so powerful that attention couldn't ignore them? The choice is yours. Your value isn't determined by how many people notice you. It's determined by the impact you create, the skills you build, and the legacy you leave behind. Stop chasing attention and start chasing excellence. Stop looking for validation and start validating yourself. If you spend your life trying to impress others, you'll never have time to build something truly impressive. Focus on what matters. Work in silence. Improve yourself every single day. And when the time comes, let your results speak so loudly that attention has no choice but to find you. Take care of your loved ones. Stay strong, stand tall, and treat people with respect. Don't just follow the noise. Become the kind of person that doesn't need to beg for attention, because success speaks for itself. Join this community of growth seekers here at Mindora. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's support each other in building a life of true meaning. Like, share, and subscribe for more powerful insights. See you in the next video.